Okay, so lesson 6. Good day, good to see you. Lesson 6 is on festivals, specifically Christmas and Easter, and this falls under the Christian Practices unit. Can I just remind you, please, that to use the Show My Homework platform to get your additional information. I say additional like it's something extra. In actual fact, it is an integral part of learning about festivals. You will find a small document basically with information on both these festivals, and on it I'd like you to copy the key terms and I'd like you to do the activities, please. I'd also like to thank Mrs. Murray as well for making all of this possible by providing the material and giving me the time to do it. First and foremost, festivals. Festivals have an important role in helping Christians remember the important events within the Christian calendar. Probably the two most important events are without doubt Easter and Christmas. There is great debate as to which one is more important. Some would argue, for example, Christmas is a more important festival, that without it, of course, you have no Messiah, you have no Jesus, therefore you have no Christianity. So therefore it's pretty important, wouldn't you say? Others, however, would say that Easter is important, that without the events of Easter, i.e. the Christ event, Jesus dying upon the cross and the subsequent resurrection, you would end up with a new religious movement that probably fizzled out with all the others. So the Christ event probably was something that set them apart from every other world faith. Not world faith, excuse me, new religions movement at that time. So the two festivals, firstly, we need to look at what is being celebrated, how it is celebrated, and the significance of that particular event. First and foremost, the what, with the Christmas obviously celebrates the birth of Christ in Bethlehem at about 4 to 6 BCE. It is believed that that baby was the incarnation of God, so God in human flesh. So ironically, something as omnipotent and omniscient and omnibenevolent as God appeared as something as vulnerable as a little baby. Christmas is followed by an event called the Epiphany. The kings were essentially, Epiphany is Epiphany. This celebrates the 12th day of Christmas, which bang happens on the 6th of January. The kings were that late, and it simply marks that. And some countries will not, such as Spain, for example, will not exchange gifts until the 6th of Jan, because that is, of course, when the kings arrive to do exactly that. So the Epiphany is an event that follows Christmas. An event that just leads up to Christmas is called, begins with A, Advent. There are wreaths that are used to commemorate or to mark the weeks of Advent. There are 3 purple candles, which represents the coming of a king, purple being a very regal colour. There is 1 pink candle, which represents the Virgin Mary, and there is 1 white candle, which is lit on Christmas Day. Guess who that represents? The purity of Jesus himself, the light of the world, who comes to save everybody according to Christian belief. So Christmas is celebrated by, there is a midnight mass. In other words, a vigil is held to count in the minutes, leading up to Jesus' birth. And many people will make an extra effort to attend a service or a mass at that point. There are nativities to enable people to understand what happens in the events of Christmas. So there are Christmas carols that are sung. So it is acknowledged in many different ways. It obviously has had a massive impact on a predominantly now secular world, in that Christmas is still celebrated, even perhaps if it is hijacked by commercialism. The other major festival that is celebrated by Christians is, of course, Easter. Easter represents the resurrection of Jesus, which is possibly this event that, as we've already alluded to, separates Christianity from any other new religious movement. Easter marks Jesus coming out of the tomb, and for this reason, eggs are shared, and eggs represent new life because Jesus himself, I suppose, was embarking upon a new life when he rose again 3 days later after being crucified. It was left until Sunday because Mary and Mary Magdalene, could they not be bothered? Of course not. Of course not. They couldn't get down to the tomb on the Saturday because that is considered to be the Jewish Sabbath. In other words, the Jewish holy day, and there are really strict rules in terms of work and what constitutes work. And you cannot anoint dead bodies. That's work. That's wrong, even if it was Jesus's body. So the first thing they did after the Sabbath had finished on the Sunday morning was tear down to that tomb really fast, where they discovered the risen Christ. Okay, good luck, guys.